Today was a pretty hard day. My depression really got a hold of me in the morning. Many of us have times and days where we don't want to wake up. We want to hit snooze on the alarm for one reason or another, and that was that was me today. Had a pretty busy week as far as filming for our TV show and podcast, working with some folks trying to re enter the workforce and society. And then we have we're going to be performing with Hearts for Music tomorrow at their annual gala. And so I'm going to be needing to do some practicing of my guitar before then because I haven't quite gotten to that yet. But that's okay. There's time, uh, and as I was frustrated and not wanting to wake up this morning, as far as I wanted to continue to sleep. Not that I didn't want to wake up. Period. Just that I didn't want to wake up at that particular moment. My brain just felt fried, empty, and that was a big part of it. The depression part was not helpful either, so I kind of just uh, keep tamping down the feeling and not wanting to get up at that particular time. Don't want to continue resting, uh, and some of the things that our organization does, we do. Actually, a lot of things that we do are volunteer, where we're not getting paid for what we're doing. Outside of donations and sponsorships, uh, we don't get paid, and so find a lot of time spending uh, money of myself individually, of asking board members as well to chip in if they can. Uh, but because volunteering brings me happiness when I'm doing it, so that whole lead up to doing it, that's the tough part of, oh well, I want to continue sleeping. I can go to the next meeting, the next thing. I don't have to go to the one today. And part of that is my fault by scheduling as many things in one week as I do, especially higher profile events, be in front of the camera, those types of things. I love sharing, love helping others, sharing the voices of as many people as we can. And that part, absolutely love doing. That feeling is irreplaceable when it comes to the emotional side, feeling uh, like I am working on something that, and our organization is working on something that's bigger than us, bigger than the one show, one event, one thing, one TikTok video, what have you. And that's the feeling that I like. And so when I have opportunities and our organization has opportunities to participate and to be part of those types of activities, we jump on them because we love that type of work. But that doesn't detract again from having instances and times where we're extra tired from the night or the day before. So I may have been in the TV studio in the morning of the previous day, but just with the lights and preparing and going through the episodes and asking the questions and having feedback over the course of 3 to 4 hours, that can be mentally draining, and it is. and I'm used to it to an extent. I'm just not used to myself booking myself with so many things in one week, and so that's one thing that just want to relate to you, that it's okay to uh, wait to do something in the future, depending on what it is. If it's a one time, once a year, once in a lifetime event, that that's a little bit different. So we have to approach that in a different lens. But if we're talking about maybe, oh well, I maybe I don't want to go in the studio today and film the episodes that I have planned. Uh, I have the ability to modify that and to move that along to a different day, different time. That will affect, when the shows come out ultimately, because obviously the sooner we film the shows, then the sooner we're able to uh, put those out to you and in the world. Uh, so I'm still learning. I mean, at age 42, that's something that in my earlier years, called early 20s and early 30s, thought that had life, had things figured out pretty well. Uh, but I don't think anybody does. We're not perfect. Nobody's perfect. And sometimes I hold myself to high expectations by thinking in my mind, wow, I have to do this. I have to do this. I was asked, and it is going to be so rewarding, so fulfilling. Our organization, Voices for Voices, is going to be able to have great brand awareness, opportunities for donations, and international events, and tapping into audiences that we dream about. Wanting to help 3 billion people over the course of my lifetime and beyond. And I think that part plays a role in just my psyche. Uh, so there's gonna be times, we're not going to want to get up at a certain time. We're going to want to hit the snooze button, because again, I'll even harken back to when I was in school and I started to give presentations. Very nervous, very nerve wracking, stressful at times, and that was the lead up. But once I got in the moment and started to share the information, if it was a persuasive speech, whether it was interviewing and speaking to another person, to ask questions, whatever those things are, those really, those really, again, and at the time, that's the feeling I want. I want to feel good. I want to feel like I'm helping somebody, and there is going to be stress. There's going to be stress all, no matter what, no matter the therapy, the medication. There's just always going to be stress. At least that's what I found over my 42 years of being on Earth, and that's okay. And if we think about being in the moment of that thing, those things, those events, being around those people that make us happy, then we're going to be in really good shape. And that's what I want to convey in this particular message, is do the things that you like, that you love, you're passionate about, that you would do if you weren't being paid. And at a certain time, uh, things will come to fruition, and we're at a great moment in time with our Voices for Voices organization, where we have awesome momentum thanks to you. We can't do anything without your help, your love, your support. And we look forward to bringing more messages to you in the near future.